Hello, and welcome to Introduction to Forensic Science at Middlesex Community College. I'm your instructor, Rhiannon Robinson. I very much look forward to working with you this semester, albeit remotely. As this is an entirely online course, it's essential that you're able to adeptly navigate this course's Blackboard course shell. Follow along as you watch the video to get a feel for how this course is set up. You may want to open this video in another browser window so you don't accidentally lose your place while you click around. As you've figured out by now, all the major components of this course can be found in the left-hand toolbar. Announcements, syllabus and FAQ, module content, lab content, exams, discussion board, meet your instructor, and Zoom. You can also see your grades by clicking here. I'll go through each one of these links one by one. When you open this course each time from the main Blackboard site, you will by default be taken to the announcements page. You can also click announcements over here to get to this page. Here, you'll find anything I've posted for the class to read before they start any more work. I might post about new assignments coming up, changes to the schedule, notifications of broken applications, fixes to those, info I get from faculty, emails that are relevant to you, etc. You need to log into this course at least once per weekday, if for no other reason than to check for announcements. The next link in the left-hand toolbar takes you to the syllabus. All the syllabus content, there we go, can be found in the link enclosed, and any updates made to the syllabus will be reflected by a new dated submission. Changes to the syllabus will also be posted in announcements as they happen. Take note just one quick moment that what you're looking at is the instructor view. The student view will look very similar to what you see here, only with just the content that is available to you at a given time, not all of it at once. Moving down the left-hand toolbar, you'll see a link for module content. This is where you'll spend overwhelmingly the most time, and it includes all the content you need from week to week. A module is a collection of writings, videos, lectures, etc. that effectively takes the place of a traditional lecture. Content will appear in the order in which you should complete them. Links to discussion boards will usually be towards the end of the module. So here's stuff you need to do. All right, there's a link here. There's a quiz you'll have to take. Here's your discussion board. They'll usually be towards the end of the module, and they'll ask you to reflect on some portion of that module's topics. It may, for example, ask you to discuss nuances, address gray areas. It might ask you ethical questions. It might ask you to marry things you learn in one module with things you learn in old modules. As you can see, this week's module folder, going back, this is our first week. This is open now, and each week's worth of work will automatically be displayed to you each week. Discussion board assignments typically require students to post an original thought and reply to someone else's thought. For this reason, discussion boards are not eligible for late submission. In other words, you must do the discussion board write-up in the week in which it's issued. Quizzes, exams, and lab work can all be submitted to some degree late, but discussion board posts cannot. Excuse me. Modules and lab content can be submitted up to 1 week late for up to half credit. Exams can be submitted up to 3 days late for up to half credit. Again, discussion boards are not available to that. Moving back to the left-hand toolbar links, lab content contains exactly that. Links to lab activities and the places where you submit your work. During the very first week of class, you were required to order an eScience lab kit and submit proof that you have done so. Here's the link right here, lab kit order confirmation. Instructions for how to do this are provided at the very top of the lab content page. Now let's take a look at a lab content folder. Here you'll find a link to the lab activity due that week. Usually it's an eScience lab activity that'll open up in a new browser window, but there are a couple of exceptions. Follow the instructions written out for you in this activity and submit your work using the link provided. Let's move on to the exams link here at left. As exams come available, they'll be posted here and will automatically disappear after their deadline. Exams are due Sundays at 11:59 p.m. for up to full credit, and Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. for up to half credit. Exams are also posted under module content for ease of access. The discussion board link, as I showed you before, will show you a list of all the discussion boards available up to that point. They'll also be cross-referenced, as I showed you before, in the module content folder. As you can see from many things so far, there's 2 different ways that you can access stuff. Zoom is a web conferencing service available through Middlesex Community College, and we'll use this to communicate face-to-face. You'll use it for one-on-one individually scheduled meetings. Since online students have such widely varying schedules, I do not hold official scheduled office hours. I meet with you whenever we both have availability. Finally, My Grades will take you to a list, here we are, of all the work you could have completed up to that point, as well as the points you earned for it. Your grade is automatically calculated as you go, and no scaling or curving is done after the fact. The grade you see is the grade you would get, provided, of course, I'm up to date on my own grading. And that more or less wraps up the tour. It's a lot to take in all at once, I understand, but I trust that you'll quickly get the hang of it as you work through the course. As always, you can reach out to me anytime for help if you're still feeling a bit lost. Good luck and happy studying.